Good morning, everyone. Good to see you here again. I'm David Chen, the office manager. Today we have a new training section we call the sale of business. So in past few sections, we're talking about some other commercial sales, commercial listing, commercial lease before as well. But today's section is we're talking about sale of business. So basically, we are doing something like how do you prepare the offer for sale of the business? As I mentioned just now, we did some section training for how do you listing business for sale before. So that's a very long topic. I think some section we have 1.5 hours, 2 hours as well. And today we simply do sale of business for offer. How do you prepare the offer? So we make it simple, make it easy for us, everyone to understand this process and some key points I've shared with you anyway. And let's say we make the section today around 30-40 minutes. And after that, we give some free time for everyone. If you have some questions, I can answer here as well. Again, as I said to you guys just now, and anytime, whenever you need some help, regarding no matter residential, commercial, whatever issue, we are always in office to help you out anyway. Okay, let's start for this section first. Sale of business. It's really not easy topics because selling of business, we normally say without the property. Just now I showed up this one gas station. This sale of business with the property, I think, because it asked for 6.6 million. It's really huge, right? So we're talking about today is without the property. And I assume you that when talking about commercial sales, and it's not as a kind of complicated. It always takes time, a longer time to process, and from time to time also your clients and the buyer prospects or wherever you ask you, David, I want to buy something, buy the business. First of all, if you are the agent, some people say, David, can we do commercial sales? Of course, if you're a licensed agent, you can do anything. Residential, commercial, leasing, rental, pre-construction, whatever you can do, no problem. And also you can do that for trade within Ontario, like in Ottawa, London, Ontario, Hamilton, and Waterloo, you name it, Windsor as well. So if you are licensed within Ontario, you can do that as well. So for sale of business, it's another, as I say, people will ask, David, I want to buy business. First of all, the same thing like you do a residential, you need to qualify your client. You have to ask your client what they want to buy, what kind of background they do. So some people, they know restaurant, let's say Indian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, Japanese restaurant, they have background there. So based on whatever they ask you, you qualify them first. If really they need something like according to their background they use, find something. So I assume you that you already qualify your client, you already show the restaurant, the business, whatever to your client. Now it's about time you decide to make an offer for the business. So this business, again, as I say, is without a property. So with property, it means doing the offer will be different way, but forms and also terms, conditions will be different as well. So we work on the without property. Let's say here I got logged into MLS. I assume you already search, as I say, to show the property. Now it's time to prepare the offer. So here on MLS, you do the process already. So right when you do showing your client the business, and let's say you start from commercial already, you search everything. Let's say here on the left-hand side, you will see type of business feature, you see sale of business, right? You click here. So that's the way you're doing. In this case, because I want to get some listing in our brokerage, say what a brokerage sale of business here, any listing where I do the search here first. Okay, so sale of business, I got something from our brokerage. Let's say our brokerage number is 905 305, 1600. Again, as I say, I assume you already do all the search already, but for today's purpose, only two example from our office listing for prepare offer. So that you put list office phone number here, you will see what listing we have so far for selling business. Here we got 22 matches. That means 22 listing for selling business here. We can open that one, okay? Make it easier, make it quicker. You see 22 listings. Start from the first one, maybe how much asking? 15,000 for sale business. That's for sure without property, right? Everything going from 1 to 22 listing here. The one I showed you, the latest one with the 6.6 million. That's the one I showed you just now. I don't want to touch everything because too much time. I don't want to spend that much time with. We are here only for prepare an offer. So let's get from the bottom one to backwards. Okay, this one 6.6. My client maybe not like it. Why? 6.6 million is a big project, big property, right? So, and they have a gas station with land, I think, building together. That's why I'm asking this much. Again, this one, just an colleague asking this franchise for sure. Mostly selling business like this, SO. SO, that means franchise business with property. So we don't, for today's offer purpose, I don't want to touch this one. Let's go backwards, another one. So this one is a restaurant for sale. Look at here, you see, asking for 459,000. That's the price I'm asking. Let's say, assume that that's a restaurant we're going to buy soon. Put the offer in. I will go quickly to the other listing. So this one in the market column, 115 days. And you will see why is it long? Selling business is not easy. That's as what I said, complicated. So every business for sale, sometimes 6 months, even some I can see 1 year. Some listing you will see the large, bigger business for sale that lasts forever. It's a matter of market. It's a matter of pricing. So if you price right, and also that the hot market, of course, selling business faster. I remember I sold few restaurants in North Young Shepherd, Young Finch. Sometimes I sold only in 2 weeks. It depends on the market, right? So the hot market, or if the price is right, as I said, sold faster, right? So this is one 459. Let's go another one to see how. I just pick up a few listings for us to see. This one for us from 399 is I also sell business without property. Or when you mention, you will see without property, okay? And look at here, will be something not a restaurant, another kind of business. What did they say here? Commercial did not say. Sometimes they say restaurant, and here I did not see what they're selling here. Oh, convenience store, yeah. You look at here, always convenience store, restaurant, you will see that. Okay, let's see another one. And here is what food related takeout. Asking how much? 350,000, right? 350,000. That's a fast food. And again, we see some other. This is another convenience store. A lot of business for sale. Many more clients are looking for like convenience store, restaurant. Like I just mentioned, the Japanese food, Chinese food, Indian food, Mediterranean food, so those kind of things. So in this case, let's go for the restaurant for sale, for example, okay? And going back, the one which I mentioned just now. So let's say this, what is that? Restaurant for sale. So we are ready for the offer now. So let's go into how do you prepare the offer. Okay, that's a restaurant. We already know that clients saw a couple times. In this way, we say, oh, really, offer is ready to go ahead. Then at that time, what you are going to do as a buyer agent, I always suggest you contact our listing agent. The Winston, call Winston, say, Winston, I showed that the restaurant already a couple times. Now we are going to proceed for the offer. So talk to Winston, ask him. Number one, the listing, the reason for sale, how long the seller has been running the business 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, sometimes 20 years. I sell some of them 15 years, 20 years, right? So ask how long they're running that, number one. Number two, how is the business so far? And what's the gross sales, what's the revenue, and everything, what's the net income approximately. The reason is based on the net profit. That's the reason you're going to put the offer, what's the estimated pricing you're going to do. So sometimes the profit, they say, oh, Winston say, David, I don't know. You need to bring an offer. We're going to disclose some other information. Of course, that's after the offer is accepted, we provide disclose all detailed information. But for your offer purpose, you have to know what's gross sales, what's an approximate net profit. So in this way, I need to get 1 year return, 2 years return. I need to put the price in there. Otherwise, you're asking for, you see, 459,000, right? I can give you 200,000 if you don't tell me anything, right? So we have to be realistic or some reasonable. So based on that, you say, as Winston tell you, oh, we got the, let's say, net profit maybe close to 200,000. Oh, that's a good deal. Then we're going to bring the offer somewhere close to maybe a 300 or something, close to 400,000, depend on the net income, as I say, right? So in this way, number two. Number three, you have to say, if my client going to put the offer in, what's the lease so far with the landlord? In many cases, please remember, when you buy a business, your client buy a business, you carry on assume existing lease. Does not mean that I buy this business 459,000 with a profit, impossible, right? So you have to make sure what's the lease status so far, how long the lease to go, what's the rent approximately. Based on that, because your client is working out what's the sales, what's the net income they can make. So number four, we say, oh, Winston, if I bring the offer for you today, I give you the price or whatever, what closing day you are looking at? With some restaurant, some business that maybe need at least 1 month or 2 months. Some landlord remembers maybe 3 months. The reason is if this property, the landlord is managed by the property management office, it takes a long time to process. So sometimes maybe 3 months, right? And if the individual landlord, of course, it would be easier. They get the lawyer to do the documentation, maybe 1 month at least to complete the deal. So that's the thing. You got everything ready. Now we are going to put something in writing. So in the same way, as I said at the beginning, I assume you have to put offer in for residential already. Offer you have know everything already, the process. So here we are going to do the offer for sale of business. So sale of business, you look at here in the web form, so far we're still using web form. You click web form, right? And the web form will pop you out and manual see what you're going to do. We are going to do bring the offer in. That means we are going to create a transaction. Look here, right? Create a transaction. So the street name already here, the template, you have to choose the template. Template will be what? This commercial template for sure. You have to look for the commercial start from 5 series. First one, Freehold, we talked about already. Second one, Condo, is supposedly yesterday buying Condo, all right. And the other one, you see, commercial business only, without the property. That's the one we are going to operate. We're going to prepare the offer in. So the other thing you see, listing for lease or whatever, we're talking about commercial lease next section. I think it's tomorrow. So commercial lease, another issue as complicated as well. Okay, let's do this offer first. This sale of business offer without a property. Click here. You will see the window here already, the Toronto Real Estate, but here you need to select the type. The type means it's a commercial property. It's not residential. If you choose the wrong type, your offer content, the schedule A will be different, okay? Here will be commercial property. So you see that the listing number already here, we are going to create, right? So here, create. You will see the pop is in the new menu, the new window coming here. Again, as when you do a residential offer, that's the same window here. So you don't need to fill out everything here now. You can go directly to the forms. So look at here, the forms, it pops you out. All the forms required for when you prepare this offer. Look here. Something, if you remember, when we talked yesterday, the day before, or Sammy, Calvin, when the training, the number 1 form is not here because the new form, according to Rico Tracer, the new form we need, the first time you need to send to your buyer client, your seller client, what will they call? They call the recall information guide. Here, not here, because of this system we have still using an old one. So in that case, what you're going to do, add the new form. Yeah, add the new form. Then the form recall information guide, we don't know what's the number, right? You can search as recall info. They call it recall info guide. Look at here, recall information guide. You have to click on the market here, add the form. See, so this form, look at here, when we add the form, it's always going to the bottom. Remember, this form should be on the top. In this way, you move this form up all the way, should be up to the way number 1. Okay, this form, as I mentioned just now, you need to send to your client. Actually, the first time you meet your client, you need to send this form for them for their reference, for their reading, for their review. So that means this form shows you, tell the client how you work with the client how to, use your service or whatever. That's the what you call the information guide. They may not sign at the first time. Now, if you prepare the offer, this form should be signed by you and the client. Okay, the buyer client, even the seller client need to sign. The number 1. Number 2 is that we call the BRA. That means Buyer Representation Agreement. We talk all the time, BRA. Even yesterday, the day before, even Samuel Kelvin, that's important. That means you represented the buyer for this transaction. If you don't have this BRA, the client can what? Even put the offer in, or if you don't put the offer in, if you show the this business for sale, the client can walk away from you. They can work with anybody else. If you don't have the BRA, if you get the transaction completed, even our office need you to provide the document for sure. Okay, that's we're talking about soon. So this is the second form. Number 3 form, the A15. This A15, I think later on they will eliminate it, but so far we still need it, right? So these 3 forms, remember, information guide 540, A15. These 3 forms are used, completed, record it yourself. You don't need to give it to the listing agent. Okay, so I suggest use these 3 forms when signed, a separate packet. Don't send it to the listing agent. Beside these 3, you look at down here 630 or 631. 630, you don't need a client to sign, but you need a photo ID from your client. 631, that means if the client buys this restaurant, buys this business, they are going to use the corporation, or they are going to have the corporation already, they need this form 631. If they don't, so far, 631 is not ready yet, so you don't need it. 630 at the least. Okay, so these 2 forms again, you need to keep in your record, not to the listing agent. So in this way, we are ready. Now let's go to the real form, how to sign pretty often now. So information guide, we can open it. So again, you get only yourself and the client to sign the form only. There's nothing too much you're going to do it. So I'm not going to touch anything here. You will see going to the bottom, you will see we're going to sign, you're going to sign, and the buyer client to sign. Okay, there's too much information here, this guy, so you will see at the bottom. This our brokerage signature on your sales sign here and the client sign here. So I don't need to explain too much here because you do the residential the same way already. So this one is done. Let's go to the next one. So here you meant to open a form. The next form will be here, 540. So at 540, as I say, BIA important and always. And according to the rules, you need to sign the BIA the first time you meet with the client or the earliest possible. That's what we say. Latest will be before the offer sign. That means, so that's why I say this is the first package, you need to sign this one. Again, it's the content. I don't need to touch anything because I don't want to spend time. You know already as something like residential. The only difference, as I always point out to your guys, if they have a corporation or if you're going to use a corporation, the buyer's name will be what? They will be, if they say, I'm going to incorporate the company to buy the business, you have to say they will be for a corporation to be incorporated, always, okay? Otherwise, if you don't say like this, that means David going to buy a business, not the company, right? So David himself is committed. But if you say something like this, will be the company to be incorporated, they will be buying a business. And later on, the lawyer, then do the title and do whatever, will be the corporation name later. So here will be designated the same thing like you are the one, that be David Chen here, representative, right? You represent the company to sign. And the rest will be the same way. Commencing day, contract day is always, you do this one. And normally, again, BIA, how long we take? We do the 3 months, 4 months. For commercial sales, we take longer, as I say, you can do 6 months, 8 months, even some people do 1 year. Depend on your client. You need to explain well to your client what's the contract period, okay? I don't want to touch it. The type, you have to make sure, if the client want to buy commercial property, right? But here, the client buy the business. So in this way, if they buy the business, you know what they're going to buy. Commercial will be restaurant or food related, like the food court outlet, right? So whatever type you had to type of, put in here, somewhere here, okay? The location, the same thing like by other property, right? Geographic be GTA, make it easier. Or sometimes I want to buy something London, Ontario, and put the London, Ontario. It was a Waterloo, put the Waterloo, right? So this way show you where you're going to buy, what kind of business they're going to buy. So that's the issue we will have a quick review here. Here, a lot of people say, number 2, service provided, of course, the sale already. Yesterday I saw one agent say, in the BIA, they put what? Schedule B or Schedule A? No, you don't need to put anything here. The schedule means you have anything agreement between you and the client attached to that. So it will be A, not A, normally will be A or B, whatever you want to put there, but nothing to do with the listing schedule, right? Different, right? We don't need to put here. And the most key point here, always, you are helping your client buy the business or buy property. What you need to pay commission, right? You're not working for free. The one agent showed me yesterday BIA here because they got argument issue, the commission between the 2 brokers, 2 agents. I saw that his BIA there. What? Here's nothing here, 0. It's left blank. Yeah, commission side 0. I mean, nothing there show either, the blank. That means what? In any case, a raising against you or you're going to sue other agent. If you show this BIA, that means your BIA is not professional. You are working for free. You're not charging anything. So please, everyone, put this here. Hold over day, at least 90 days, right? Some people put 180 days. Commission, how do you receive commission? For commercial sales, a lot of people say 2.5. No, even sell business. If I'm listing agent, I need at least I will charge a full commission 10%, and we give the other party 5%, minimum 4%, right? If in this case, if the restaurant that one sell art you pay for, you can say 4%. Or you can say as per MS. That's important. Don't leave this blank. Otherwise, as I say, you are working for free. You don't charge nothing. Okay. So that's the PI is just important. The rest will be signing whatever there. I don't want to touch here. You're just signing, the client signing, acknowledgement for sure you need it. If you don't acknowledge that, that means the client did not receive the copy. If they sign here, that means you serve the copy already. Any issue later on arising against you, or you're going to see after the client, that's a proof. You give them a copy. So that's the BIA section, more important than anything else. Okay, that's fine. If you've done this one, you send you authentic site afterwards, the same packet. Let's go to the offer itself. That's important. So here again, we're going to open another form. BIA is done. Going to what's next form will be. Let's go to 320 first, okay? Then make it because it's related to the BIA. That means the commission you are going to charge the commission. You're going to receive the commission from the listing brokers. So 320 that's same like it used to be, but nowadays they have changed something. Then the difference is it's a multiple representation. That if you're same brokerage, you let's say I'm representing the buyer, Sammy representing the listing, the seller. In this way, we are still not multiple representation. It used to be for old form, but new form, no. So in this case, Winston, he's representing the seller. Davey, I'm representing the buyer. So in this way, listing broker will representing the seller there. And so the seller client, the buyer client, each representing the different client of the same brokerage. But in this way, we are not multiple limitation. So it used to be, now it's not. Okay. So in this way, choose 1 and 3. And number 2, leave it blank. You don't need to do anything. We are not multiple representation. So only thing you need, number 4, you get the commission, right? The cooperating representative, you are designated representative, so you are representing the buyer. Then you will get commission B1, what? 4%. Or as per MS, right? So 4% here. If you say 4% plus HC, you can do so. If you don't say anything, it's the same thing that plus HC. All service charge plus HC, no matter what you put here or not, right? And in some other cases, let's say the commission will be paid a different way. It's not 4%, because the offering 4% in the listing, right? When I talk to Winston, and we bring a good deal, good offer, maybe the commission we can get higher. We can get flat fee, or we can get higher commission. You have to do it a different way, change a different way, 5%, let's say, right? Here, not 4%, then you have to remove it. You got a new one, maybe. I don't know. See? So you got 5, let's say 5%. That way, will that work? It works. But the problem is, if you change the commission from 4 to 5, MS say 4, now you say 5, what do you do? Between you and the listing agent, you need some communication before you prepare this one. That means, Winston, and again, the 4%, we are not accepted commission like this. I need 5%. You need some communication in text message, email, the seller agree on the increase of commission. In this way, in the 320, you can put 5%. Otherwise, you cannot put 5% here, because the reason is later on the 320 signed by everyone, because sometimes the listing agent, the seller did not pay attention to. On closing day, we'll pay you 5%. No, we never know that. You should bring this form to the seller, to the listing agent. The seller listing agent, we did not look at that before. So it's a kind of mistake. So in this way, can you win the case? No, you cannot. So because no previous communication for increase in commission, right? So this way, I suggest you, if you want to do something change, we do some communication first before you do any other change in writing. Okay, so this form we're done 320. Let's go into the offer, the key elements of the offer. So the offer is what? Called 502. Open this form. So that's the real APS. We call this is the key elements of the contract, right? So look at here, agreement operation sale is business in lease promises, right? So that's the way, the same way when you do offer now. Again, step by step, you know how to do other issue already, the date, buyer's name, sales name, as I mentioned just now. If you're a buyer for the corporation, will be shown like this. So the address should be here already. And important for you as a buyer agent, number one is the pricing, right? She asked 540.59. So I say we can maybe 410 based on the sales, or even the 399, whatever. So based on everything ready, my client want to put 410. You can put the 410 pricing here. So we be this important. I showed some feeling that some people did not feel anything here. Which the price, if you accept it 410, this price does not include any inventory. Inventory not never included. Okay. Some people say, oh, maybe I need some inventory here. No, it's zero. Because inventory, if sometimes for convenience, people say, I put 20,000 inventory included. Yeah, you can do so. The problem is it's not good to the buyer. To the seller, it's good. Because I selling, let's say, 410 convenience store, right? You say 20,000, 30,000 images. Yeah, that's good. I can put it here. The reason is if I on closing, I sell all the inventory. It has maybe 30, 40,000 images. Yeah, on closing day, I sell all 20 or 30 already. How much left is hard to control, right? Never put any amount here unless something you have confidence, right? Deposit always something like residential, right? Upon acceptance, only deposit. How much deposit normally we do? 5% is if you're a listing agent, whatever the commission you charge, 10%, you need to charge 10%, and the deposit at least you make 10%. Good enough to cover your commission on closing. So in this way, it's 410 asking and offer pricing. So if you're a buy agent of one, you put 5-6%, right? And if you are the listing agent, you will ask more. So in this case, what you can do, you say I wanted 20,000 first. Some people will even put 10,000, right? So that way will be even the 20,000. How much we only for 45% only. So deposit depends on how you negotiate with the listing agent. You're payable always the listing brokerage for sure. Okay, not other people listing. So payable to here the schedule at the beginning we said, or the schedule A region in the buyer BIA no schedule here. Of course, schedule already built in, and in selling business we always had the schedule B as well, right? Because A and B, and sometimes you have schedule C, sometimes you have schedule D. What is that? Schedule C, list of chattel. Schedule D may sometimes property information, whatever. So if you are buy agent, ask for what information the seller has, ask the listing agent, then whatever you can put in there. Again, irrevocable, you will see certain business, not like resident 1 day, 2 days. Sometimes we can give more days, 3 days, 4 days. It's up to you. Talk to Winston. Winston even say, and the seller is busy all the time. I need 3 days, right? Whatever, depend on your communication with them. Irrevocable, day and time you need to fill in. Completion, as I mentioned just now, sometimes need 2 months, normally 2 months. Some other place maybe 4 months. So let's say 2 months. Now it's February, March, April. Right? So you can put it April, whatever day, even the end of the April, whatever. Make it easier, maybe, of course, going by the check the lease, right? So that's the kind of thing you need to know. And here, HST, I explain to you, everyone wants buying a commercial property, buying other with freehold and condo the same way. Selling business, they always HST in commercial property, say in addition to. But here for selling business, HST, you don't need to pay anything. Even they have HST account or CIA with account, buyer seller, in most cases. So we don't, seller does not collect HST, the buyer does not pay for the HST on closing, because everyone should have HST account with CIA for business and running a business, right? It's by law. So in this way, don't worry about the HST. Now, not like purchase commercial property, as I mentioned the other section. So they call it joint election. Here for selling business, they don't mention as a joint election. In this case, it's called business to business. So without HST involved, unless the seller have a lot of chattels, this equipment, they have charged HST. That's a different way. So in that way, will be inventory to charge HST on with collected HST on the chattels equipment, then just hand it over to CIA. So in this way, you don't need worry about it for now. Okay. And other issue, again, I say I know, remember it's normal. This point I need to I point out when you sell the business, they call it non-competition. Non-competition means I'm selling a sushi restaurant. So if I sell to, I'm the buyer, I'm representing the buyer, I will ask the seller, if my client took over, so the owner of the business within what's a radius, that means within the range, let's say 5 kilometers away for what, 36 months. What that does mean? That means if the restaurant, sushi restaurant, you sell to my client, now within 3 years, this seller or the people in the corporation within 5 kilometers, 3 years, they cannot open up similar restaurant, right? That means to protect the buyer. Otherwise, I sell to the buyer, now then next month, a month after, or within a few months, I open another sushi restaurant in the area, in the same product, in other product. So in this way, if we set 5 kilometers away, 36 months, that means the seller, no way you can open up other similar business. All right, so that's important to protect your client. Number 6 is title search. Again, maybe 2 weeks normally before closing, the same way. So that's fine. And the same like a residential. So I don't need to touch anything here. This point you need to make sure you need to fill in. That means we are buying this one is the restaurant, right? So in this way, the present use is commercial restaurant. So make sure. The commercial restaurant. That means I'm buying the business. So far, they're a restaurant. That the same way my buyer wants to use this as a restaurant. Unless your client, this Chinese restaurant, I want to convert it to Indian restaurant or Mediterranean restaurant, but more or less the same use. It's a menu different, right? So for the restaurant, if this say it's a retail, then that means you cannot do a restaurant. So make sure your client understood this one. Otherwise, I don't want later on say, oh, David, this is a retail store. I cannot use sushi restaurant, but whatever you use there already, the client should know that already, right? So that's the thing you need to fill out in exact use so far, restaurant, or even some people put exactly sushi restaurant, Japanese restaurant, Chinese, whatever, you can put the specific one in too. So the rest, seeing those kinds of things, you don't need to put there on top. The lease copy here, you have to make sure if you, again, as you asked Winston already, the restaurant so far running, what's the lease so far? How many years left? Let's say 3 years lease left. How much per month? 5,000 per month, right? And on the expiring date will be how long you have to see. Otherwise, you can, if you don't know anything, what you are going to do, you can say as per lease. In this way, you will ask for a copy, the copy of the lease from. That means the buyer knew what's the lease so far in promises, how long you're going to run, what's the rent. So because there's one condition in Schedule A, right? So this place you can leave it as per lease, or you can put exact months and the rent as well. So this kind of thing you need to fill out. The rest will be signing, signature, and everything. I don't need to touch anything here now. The most important now, it will be the Schedule A. Schedule A in this offer, we already prepared based on the SIP. I mean, it covers most of stuff that we need for buying a business. So this thing that you have to go by one with your client, all right? So it's maybe a 3-page Schedule A, I think. So this one you need more or less. You have to tell your client, explain to your client whatever you need, whatever they are protected or not. So you have to make sure. I cannot, I don't have time to go one by one. The only few points I need to point out here when you buy the business. Number one, as I said at the beginning, inventory is not included, okay? So you buy a convenience store, you buy a restaurant, buy a coffee shop, buy the bar, inventory will be extra. That means you pay $410,000 for this one because they have some liquor, beer, liquor, whiskey, whatever in there. On the closing, they need to count it one by one according to the wholesale price. The buyer had to pay according to the actual cost. Okay, that's the number I need to point out. The second thing is some condition we put here. Condition what? What kind of condition? Condition is you need a lease. The lease, I give you the copy of the lease already, but the lease had to be reviewed by the buyer's lawyer or need to be approved by the landlord. The landlord say, "Oh, David, your client is not ready." The landlord, your client had no experience running a Japanese restaurant, so the landlord might not qualify your client, right? So that's the one condition, qualified buyer by the landlord. Number two, that the listing agent or the seller need to provide all the information needed. Okay, this one may be not information. This one may be the buyer need some time, let's say 1 week, 10 days to verify the sales of the business. They're going to the store, like convenience store, stay there. They have to check if the sales is good enough or not. So this is the one to protect the buyer. So let's say you tell the seller say, "Oh, I have sales every week, 10,000." The buyer is going to check it for 1 week. If you say, "Oh, the sales only 5,000, 6,000, even 7,000, less than what you said," the buyer can back out from the deal. That's the one condition, okay? Number two, the condition is the seller will provide all the information, copy of the lease, financial statement, or other documentation affected business. So the buyer receive that information, have some day, we put some the same days, have 7 days that the buyer can look at all the documents. If they say, "Oh, the lease is not good, the sales are not good, financial statement not good," I don't want to go ahead. I need to get back my deposit. That's another. So that's the kind of condition will protect the buyer, all right? Also, the other one is, of course, a lawyer review. This one, sometimes okay, and some people depend, you know. Normally, yes, that's fine. Normally, that's okay. So the lawyer review is, again, is important for all the time, but sometimes depend on, you know, the buyer say, "Oh, I know I'm okay with the documentation, but the lawyer review only for it's often, it's not the lease. This a review of the lease. That's a different thing. Okay. So that's the one condition lawyer review, and the other issue it will be the other one, of course. At the beginning, one of the colleagues asked that the gas station is franchise, right? So this condition will be franchisor to approve with franchisee. Some convenience store is a franchise, some gas station franchise, they need to get the approval by the franchisor as well. So again, this is a condition for the lease, renew the lease. Let's say that this restaurant, the lease we have 1 year to go, 1.5 year to go, but let's say the buyer said, I need a longer lease. What are we going to do? The buyer has a right to negotiate a new lease with the landlord. If the landlord does not give him the new lease 5 years plus 5, then I don't want the deal. I back out from the deal, get my deposit back. So that's another condition. So anyway, Schedule A has more other conditions. Whatever condition you need insert in the Schedule A. Case by case, I always suggest our colleague, nothing really exactly the same. So if different case, the different content, different requirement, different condition. So depend on the client, always prepare the documentation according to the client's needs, no other specific standard one, right? So at least you know when you can get it, how do you prepare it, that's important. So that's the offer content. So because the content, there are a lot of issues inside, we don't have time to go one by one, but you can read it yourself in case something coming up. Then if you need any other advice or some help, as I said, I'm here, Sammy, Scott, and Kelvin, or even Tony, we can help you out. So you can contact us. So that's the offer Schedule A. And assume the whole package, as I just now said, from the form number 1 to every form, you know how to fill out already, and you get everything done, send authentic sign to the client. So there's some forms you need to keep yourself, others send to the listing agent. So I assume you know everything already about electronic sign, authentic sign. If you don't, I suggest go back to the office website. You can watch in the video training section about how to get the authentic sign. So that's the content I'm talking to you in the section. I finished this offer the process. So the rest will be, if you have any question here, I give you 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes to discuss. And if not, we can call for the day. Thank you all for now. And I will stop the recording first. So we go by the checking with question and answer. Thank you.